Hey cats, what's happening? Heading out to the man cave. Lights on. First thing I always do out here is I have mice problems, so I got some mouse traps set up. I've got a couple set up back in there. One there and one over there. So I check those every day because there's little mouse droppings on there. And I've caught probably 100 mice out here, but it keeps them from getting into my scooter. I do not want mice in my scooter. Been there, done that before. One time I had put out some of that rat poison, and I fired up the bike, and the rat poison came shooting out the exhaust pipe. The mice had put the rat poison up in there. I don't know if they're making a nest up there or what. So anyway, I'll look at the Chevy here for a minute. Oh boy. Old Bones is rough climbing in this thing. It sits a little higher than a car. All right. What I got here, that red little seatbelt light is on, and right here, service airbag. So, you know, here in Ohio, they do the e-check, which is the emissions check. What it means is that every other year you have to have your emissions checked on your vehicle. Mine's ready to be checked this year. That is basically a place where you take the car. It's like a garage. You get out, they take it in there, they hook stuff up to your exhaust and everything, and a machine checks all of your exhaust emissions to make sure that they meet the proper requirements. If they don't, then you got to take your car and get it fixed. So I called the emissions place just to check, and I was like, okay, my seatbelt thing is on the service airbag thing. Not seatbelt, airbag. Service airbag. And they said, nah, it doesn't have anything to do with the e-check, so you don't have to get that fixed. But if my check engine light was on, they would not pass it. They right away fail. You got to take it, get it fixed, bring it back for another check. Once you get your emissions check done and it passes, then you can go get your registration sticker. Okay. So anyway, the reason I came out here is I filled up the gas can for my wife so she can mow grass. And I got to take that out to the shed. That's where it goes, out there with the tractor. So I'll put it out there so next time she mows, which might be a week or two, and really she isn't mowing so much now. Mostly now what she's going to be doing is blowing and grinding up these leaves, because the trees are starting to drop their leaves, and if you don't keep at them, they'll really pile up, and then it's a huge chore to clean up. So anyway, I used to keep the Harley out here in the shed, and don't keep it out here anymore. That's just all garden and mowing equipment. And then the fuel, it's stored out here as well. So fuel's in there ready for her, ready to go for next week. And you wouldn't know it, but she did mow yesterday, and she had all these leaves blown into the woods. But like I said, autumn is here. It's rolling towards the middle of October. We went to the apple orchard and picked up some apples. They're called Northern Spies. They're great for baking. That's what we got them for cooking, for baking. And I bought a small bag of those, and we'll probably go back to the nursery and get some more apples. I love apples, and I eat a lot of them. I take them on my lunch every day. But I don't just love every apple. There's only certain apples that I prefer. Stamen wine saps, they haven't picked them yet. When they come in, I'll be eating those. I want to look at this too. We bought this pine tree about 3 years ago, and it was called like a candelabra Scotch. It was like a special one. Look at this thing. It's like dying. The top of it is green, and all of these branches are like dead. Needles falling off of them. I think it's garbage. I don't think it'll make it through the winter. And it was a beautiful tree when we bought it, just gorgeous. Well, that's what you get. You pay good money for that, and that's what you get. So, you know, when I give up on that. So what I've been doing is, when I'm out hiking or whatever, I look for places where there are like pine forests. And I mean, we've got some pines over here, there's some over there. And if you walk through the woods, you'll find these little seedlings. So check this out, there's one right there. And that didn't just grow there. I dug it up and I replanted it over here. Here's another one right there. And I've got them all over the place. Dug them up this summer out of the woods, brought them home, and there's one right there. Little pine, little white pine. So I probably got like 8 or 9 of them that I found in the woods. And pines are pretty cool because if you're careful, you can dig up the roots with a knife. I always have a pocket knife on me, so I dig up the earth a little bit, loosen up the roots, pull them out. And as long as you keep those roots moist, you don't have to have any dirt on them. And then you can take them home and stick them in the ground right away. And they usually do pretty good that way. So, all right, I picked up the gas can. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the truck, you know, it's a pain in the butt, because now I have to take it to the dealer. And they told me, I called the dealer and they're like, well, it's probably a sensor that's in the bumper, so they probably got to take that apart and pull the sensor out and put a new sensor in. Who knows how much that's going to cost me? But I'm not excited about it. And plus it's the downtime. You take your vehicle in, then it sits in the shop for who knows how long before they, you know, you keep, hey, yeah, I just wondered if my truck was done yet. And they're like, well, we're just getting at it. We'll give you a call later today. And then they never call you back. So, you know, I just hate bringing it in there. And then, like most of you, where do you get the money? I mean, when it rains, it pours. Not too long ago, we had a water heater go out. Now the light comes on in the truck, and it's like, I hope nothing else happens around here, because I can only take so much at a time. It gets expensive maintaining things. It's hard just keeping up with the bills. So, especially when we're going camping, like every week. That's the fun thing. We take off, we travel across the state, and we get away from it all, and we enjoy life, and we forget about the bills and everything else. And we come home and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. We got to deal with all this crap. So, what else here? It hasn't froze yet around here. We've gotten down into the upper 30s. No frost yet. But V's come out here and she's pretty much picked over the herb garden. We have lots of sweet Ann here. Very, you know, I told you, very fragrant stuff. I wish you could smell this stuff, because oh, it just smells awesome. And you bundle it up in bunches. This stuff here, Silver Queen, but she's picked all the flowers and got kind of a medley of things here. And I'll show you what she did with them. She's really good at arranging stuff. She got a great big basket, and she picked all the flowers and put them all in this big basket, and it's just gorgeous. And you know, what good does it do unless we share it with you? So I'll show you up here. There you go. Look at that, isn't that pretty? You know, she's got the Sweet Anne, she's got some Black-Eyed Susans, globes, more purple and lavender globes, some Status. She's got some lavender here, and up in the back she's got some sage, some straw flowers. So she cleaned out the herb garden. That's what it's all about, making a very pretty arrangement. She's just got it sitting here on the front porch right now next to Smokey Bear. So that's all I got for you today, cats. It's been nice chatting with you, and we'll keep you updated on what's going on. Like I said, no camping this weekend. This weekend we gotta get firewood. So right here, got the porch cleaned off. That's all gonna be stacked up with firewood. So I take the Silverado, and we'll go about 10, 12 miles from here west. You get into some like Amish country, and there's an Amish sawmill out there. I might try to see if I can video some of that, but you know, the Amish, they don't want to be on camera, they don't want to be on video, so I have to respect that. And if they're around, I can't really get them on the camera. So, but they got a sawmill there, and they cut all the ends off, and they just throw them in a big pile. And the pile gets so big, they actually have a track going up to the top of the pile, and they winch this cart up there and dump it over the top of the pile. It's pretty interesting. I think it was like $20 for as much wood as you could heap on the back of your truck. You can't beat that price anywhere. So I go over there, load the truck up as full as I can, and it's all like oak, it's good wood, good firewood. I back the truck right up here as close as I can to the stairs, and then I got to carry it up onto the porch, and it all will get stacked along the railing there. So all we got to do is come out the front door, grab the wood, and go right back in. It's really handy. It keeps it dry up under the roof here, keeps it out of the rain, and it'll heat our house all winter. Saves on our gas bill. The house does have a propane furnace, but historically in the winter, we never turn the furnace on. Don't even have to. A wood burner heats the whole house up and keeps it very comfortable. Well, I shouldn't say we never turn it on. Sometimes, you know, you come home and it's freezing in the house. We haven't been there for, you know, all day. Fire went out or whatever. We may just flick the furnace on, just to bring the temperature up a little bit in there so it's not so cold. And then we'll get a fire going. And the fire usually will burn pretty solid if we keep maintaining it. So that's all I got. Until next time, ride hard, die free.